Hi everyone! If you've seen my last video about why you shouldn't buy crown crates, you know I had a look at the drop rates and statistics of what you get from them. I also got loads of comments from people who said they bought the new crates or spent hundreds of dollars and didn't even get one mount.
You promised my son that you're going to give him
Radiant Apex.
I want to keep the conversation going about this and inform people about how abysmal the crates are, how the drops are possibly weighted, and take a look at the infinitesimally small chance of getting a Radiant Apex. In my last video, I also spoke about the website crowncrates.com, which used to collect info on drops via an add-on. Since that project has been discontinued, we have no way of knowing what the chances are of getting items. So in this video, I'm going to analyze a few videos from other people opening the new Ragebound crates. Unfortunately, this will not be a massive sample size, but it still puts things into perspective. Also, keep watching until the end, because I work out how much money you would need to spend to get enough gems to buy the most expensive Radiant Apex mount. And for legal purposes, all statements made are speculation and based only on my own and others' research. I don't work at or represent ZeniMax, and I can't claim any of these statements are true. I'll quickly just explain what I'm looking at with these crate opening videos. Firstly, I want to work out the percentage chance of getting items of each tier and compare it to the disclosure statement from ZeniMax. Secondly, I want to work out the percentage chance of every card dropped, as the statistics currently given from ZeniMax are just based on the chance of getting at least one card type in the crates. Hopefully that makes sense to you. Thirdly, I want to also work out the chances of getting duplicate items. As we saw in the last video I made, some items possibly could be weighted to drop more than others in the same tier. CrownCrates.com did not record any information on duplicate drops, so there's very little resources out there for it. A lot of people, including myself, have noted that they see so many duplicates instead of getting new items, and I think it's far too common for it to be a coincidence. Based on mine and others' findings, I have a feeling that ZeniMax might possibly weight certain items to drop more often than others, but as we don't have solid evidence of this, I cannot make a sure claim. I also want to look at the amount of gems these people are getting and work out an average amount of crates you need to buy to get enough gems to buy a Radiant Apex mount. And to finish off, I wanted to talk briefly about the Endeavor system. Also, I wanted to mention none of these videos are mine, and I have obtained permission to use them for research purposes. But without further ado, let's just get into it. So firstly, we're going to rewind a little bit and quickly go over what I talked about with the drop rates disclosed by ZeniMax and compare them to the data that's been collected in the past. I talked about this a bit more in my last video, so I'll try to make this short. Basically, ZeniMax has disclosed the drop chances for each reward in the crates. We can see them here on this table. Only thing to note is that they do not disclose the drop chances of Radiant Apex rewards, and they get around this by stating that Radiant Apex are just a different version of Apex mounts, and that they're also contained in the Apex crates. However, the amazing people who developed crowncrates.com have collected that info for us and have revealed how low the Radiant drop rates are. As we can see on this table here, I collected the information for the Nightfall crates, and it appears that the drop rates are very accurate compared to the official statement given by ZeniMax, varying only by 0.5% or less. This is pretty good, meaning that all the past information that was collected by players is accurate. But we aren't here to look at previous crates. We're here to look at the Ragebound crates currently available on the Crown Store. The first video we're going to start with is from Wings of Oblivion. All links to the videos used will be found in the description, by the way. They posted a video opening the 25 crate pack. They received 99 cards in total and 7 bonus cards, which is a 7.07% drop rate. About half of their cards were common, 16% were fine, 22 superior, 4% epic, and 9% legendary. They didn't get any Apex or Radiant Apex cards. They got 4 duplicate legendary cards, and unfortunately, 3 of those duplicates were the Dreadhorn motif book, and 1 duplicate was the Blood Rage Battle Axe style. That's some shit luck. They also obtained 184 gems in total from the crates after turning everything into gems. The next video is the largest sample size I obtained. This video is by Lensosi, I hope I'm saying that right, and they opened a whopping 145 crates. They got 601 cards in total, which included 17 bonus cards that had a 2.8% drop rate. About 20% of the cards were superior, and over 80% of the superior cards they received were duplicates. Obviously, the more crates you open, the more of a chance you'll be getting duplicates, but that's still insane to me. Only 5.4% of the cards were epic rewards, and somehow ridiculously, over 50% of the epic cards received were duplicates. That is insane to me. In total, 33 epic cards dropped, and the highest duplicate item was the XP scroll, which dropped 8 times. And unfortunately, almost the same thing occurred with the legendary cards. Only 19 legendary cards dropped, a 2.9% chance, and almost 45 of the legendary drops were duplicates. The most commonly duplicated item was, surprise surprise, an XP scroll. There were 4 drops of the XP scroll in those ones. They had some decent luck, receiving 3 Apex cards, one being a Radiant Apex. The Apex cards had a 0.4% drop rate, and wait for it, the Radiant Apex has a 0.16% drop rate. If that doesn't put things into perspective for you, I don't know what will. The fact that you only get 1 Radiant Apex from 145 crates, or 601 cards in this case, is crazy. Unfortunately, this person did not record them turning in the trash items into gems, so I'm not sure exactly how many gems they received overall. However, they gained 906 gems just from all the duplicate items they received, and hopefully they have enough to buy one of those Radiant Apex mounts by now. The third video I looked at is from Jeans1978, and they opened 25 crates. They received 113 cards in total, 6 being bonus cards at a 5.3% drop rate. 23.8% of their drops were superior, with over 55% being duplicate items. That's pretty unfortunate. Both epic and legendary drops had about a 5% drop rate, and they only received 1 dupe in total, which was, again, an epic tier XP scroll. Imagine my shock. They received 1 Apex mount with a 0.88% drop rate, so that's good, I guess. The fourth video I looked at is from Richest Guy in ESO, who also opened the 25 Crown Crate pack. They got 110 cards in total, with 5 bonus cards at a 4.5% drop chance. 18.1% of the drops were superior, with exactly 50% of them being duplicates. The epic rewards had a 7.2% drop rate, with only 1 duplicate being an XP scroll. I wonder if you guys are seeing a pattern too. Legendary drops had a 2.7% drop rate. They also received an Apex mount with a 0.9% drop rate. The last video I looked at, I actually witnessed myself in real time. I was not happy about it, but this last one I analyzed was from my boyfriend opening the 25 Crown Crate pack. Trust me, I told him that I was disappointed in him for buying it, but in his defense, he bought it with the crown saved up from ESO Plus subscription rewards. Still, I don't condone this behavior though. Anyways, he got 110 cards in total, with 4 bonus cards dropping at a 3.6% chance. 22.7% of the drops were superior. My boyfriend must be lucky because out of every sample I've looked at so far, he got the smallest amount of superior duplicates at only 36%. He also got the highest amount of epic drops at 8% with only 1 duplicate, and he received no XP scrolls at all. The legendary and apex drops both had a 0.9% drop rate. And much to his disappointment and mine, his apex reward was the ugly skin. No offense to people who like that skin, it's just my opinion. He also cashed in all of his trash for crown gems, and he received a total of 160 gems from the 25 crates. So, what do we learn overall from this? Even though the sample size is small, it gives us a really good perspective into what you actually get in each crate out of the total amount of cards dropped. And since crowncrates.com did not record duplicates, I believe collecting statistics from every card drop is quite valuable. So, in total, 1,002 cards were dropped. 467, or 46.6% of cards, were common rewards. 218, or 21.7%, were fine rewards. 214, or 21.3%, were superior rewards. 60, that's 60, or 5.9%, were epic cards. 6, or 0.59%, were apex cards. And 1, or 0.09%, were radiant apex cards. That's 1 radiant apex out of 245 crates in total. That's some abysmal chances. One thing I also noticed was the chance of getting bonus cards is very low. According to crowncrates.com, bonus cards seem to have had a 17% drop rate. However, in our sample, we only saw a 4.65% drop rate. This is very interesting to me because bonus cards tend to be more likely to drop apex rewards, and radiant apex rewards can only, that's right, they can only drop from bonus cards. We also saw a trend of about half, or even over half, of superior rewards being duplicates. Even with the small sample size of 25 crates, some people receive the same duplicates over and over and over again.
And body marking. Oh, I got the crab. Another blue. Nothing but blues. All blues.
Instead of getting new items. We also can suspect that epic and legendary XP scrolls are weighted to drop more than any other epic or legendary rewards. As I touched on in my last video, we have actually seen evidence of this in the past on crowncrates.com as well. You're way more likely to get an XP scroll than anything else in those tiers. This is the information that the player base is never told, and it can be somewhat misleading if people are under the impression that all items in the same tier have an equal drop chance. So my next question is, how many crates would you need to buy to get enough gems to afford a Radiant Apex mount? Unfortunately, since only 2 out of our 5 samples redeemed their rewards at the end, we don't have a big enough sample size, but we can kind of speculate at least. In the first video, they received 180 gems from the crates, and in the last video, he received 160 gems. Both of them opened 25 crates. Let's be a little generous here and round up, and say that the average amount of gems you get from 25 crates is 200. So, if you wanted to buy the most expensive Radiant Apex mount, the Welwa, you need 2,500 gems. At the rate of 200 gems per 25 crates, you need to buy around 300 crates to buy the Welwa. That is 100,000 worth of crowns, or $750 at the standard crown price and not on sale. But at that rate, you will probably have gotten a Radiant Apex drop, and if not, well, that sucks for you. I would be so pissed off. In saying that, however, the amount of money you would need to spend to get enough gems is probably a bit less than $750, but we are just talking in hypotheticals here. I just want to put this in perspective for people. Something I didn't touch on in my last video was the Endeavor system. As I was talking more about a lack of rewards from actually doing content and getting achievements, I didn't feel as if Endeavors fit into that category in that video. However, I did want to mention that a lot of people did bring it up in the comments. Yes, they do count as earning things in game, but it takes months, if not years, to get enough seals to afford a mount. Currently, the Radiant Apex mounts are 16,000 Endeavors. You can earn 10 to 15 Endeavors per day and about 200 to 250 per week. Let's go on the higher end and say you get the 15 daily endeavors every day, and the 250 per week every week. That is 355 endeavors a week. At that rate, you would need to be getting every single endeavor for 45 weeks just to afford one of the Radiant Apex mounts. And this was me being generous with the numbers. In reality, it very well could take someone over a year to earn enough to get a mount with endeavors. I might make more of a deep dive video into the endeavor system at a later date, so stay tuned. And that's really if I get off my ass and do it or not. So, what do you guys think about all this? Have you bought any of the new crates? What has your experience been with drops, dupes, and gaining more gems? Does seeing the actual chances of getting a drop make you reconsider buying crown crates in the future? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Personally, I already knew the chances for drops were very abysmal, but doing some research into this has really opened my eyes into how crazy small the chances are. Anyways, as always, thanks for watching. If you liked the video, please leave a like. If you want to see more, please subscribe. If you want to spread the word about this issue, please share it around with your friends and other players. Thanks, and have a good one. Are you recording?
Yes, I am. So, yeah, so everyone can see you or hear you be toxic. Right.